After 21 races, this is race 22, which now gets underway. Even start from the first 3 rows there. Good start from Craig Rankine from row 3, who tries to push his way through, help along Aaron Pullen in the process as they work their way down towards Paddock Hill Bend. But it's going to be number 5, Dave Hemingway from pole, that leads. Aaron Pullen tries to get down to the front. Peter goes too deep into the corner. Craig gets a good run on the inside of Aaron Pullen, who now runs side by side down towards Graham Hill Bend. Aaron has the best of the runs at 3 wide in towards Graham Hill Bend. Peter Higton to the inside. It's on the outside for Eddie O'Kane. Good start from him. He then has a little bit of a bang with Peter Higton in car number 4, and Craig Rankine loses out and drops down a few more places. But Dave Hemingway already under attack down towards 30s. He's got all over his tail. Number 87, that's of Neil Hurren. And look at that gaggle of cars behind.
It was a proper pincer manoeuvre, wasn't it, down on Rankine going into Graham Hill Bend, and it worked. Everybody managed to get through. Maybe a little bit of argy-bargy, but by and large it all seemed to work. And once again, albeit we've got 3 different cars, but the top 3 by the end of lap 1 have broken away, haven't they? So the race leader, David Hemingway, is leading from Neil Hurren in second place, and in third place. Make their way down through Graham Hill Bend.
Yeah, Dave Hemingway, we've got Neil Hurren and of course Aaron Pullen. Next train led by now Peter Higton in car number 4 with Eddie O'Kane and Craig Rankine, with the rest of the field all in line as well. There's no break in that train of cars, is there, as they run wide. Number 11 is one of those through Graham Hill Bend. The car of Barry Dreghorn gets himself back onto the track though, and in a fashionable order as they work their way through Surtees and McLaren. But this is a good fight, just like we saw in race number 1 between the top 3. Slight break there for Dave Hemingway as Aaron Pullen now comes on the attack for second place. He gets a toe, he gets a run. Can he get a move done down towards Paddock Hill Bend then on Neil Hurren? He'll look towards the outside line, and both of them close on the leader, Dave Hemingway, as well. So on this, the third lap of the race now, which is the Paddock on second place now, Neil Hurren. Get that lap time under 50 seconds. Martin time on ticket, and the leaders to the 3 minutes of second will be the top 2. We've got Aaron Pullen, who has not come through on the time with having a bit of a glitch there as he works his way through Graham Hill Bend, but still in 3rd place.
Yep, so they make their way down the Cooper Straight down towards the left-hand Surtees, and this is a slightly different way that the race is panning out, because attacking and defending in second place means, and there's going to be a change for second place. Yes, there is. So he makes the manoeuvre stick up into, or is he? I'm not going to call this one until they cross the line, because it looks as if they're going to be side by side coming out of Clark Curve for second place. What I was going to say was the battle for second place is allowing David Hemingway to pull away a little bit, but just with a nose in head, a nose ahead is the second place car of Aaron Pullen. David Hemingway is able to control this race in the just been deployed as a fast bit there onto the Cooper Straight, so we've lost 1 car on the track somewhere. I guess out of our, there's one over there at Clearways, that's where we've lost it. In a longer position as well.
No, it's buried quite deeply, and it's Craig Rankine by the looks of it, 26. So Craig, who was inside the top 5, top 6 places, has thrown that all the way over there as the safety car now makes its way past. So the gap the top 3 has now been disintegrated to near enough nothing as Peter Higton and Eddie O'Kane catch up.
Craig Rankine is still suffering from shock after being proper pincer manoeuvre. One goes left, one goes right. Both of them dart either side and take the place away from him when he went down to Graham Hill Bend on the opening lap. I've just looked at all your neat paperwork on the desk. Come on, got to see the desk for paperwork.
I have time though, don't I, when you're on the podium?
Oh, I suppose that's when you clear up.
Keep myself busy.
Yeah, I like to keep a clear desk, but I have far from a clear desk at the moment, and that's really a legacy of what tremendous racing we've had this weekend here at Brands Hatch. It's been race officials, stairs, race control, to organise everything, all the officials, marshals, good news for the safety car for the battling second and third place cars, Fulham Curran, is that obviously they've walked down that gap between themselves and the race leader David Hemingway. So he will be ruining the safety car intervention, and everybody else will be saying thank you very much, we'll have another go at this one.
Yes, Dave Hemingway, who is looking for his second victory of the day. It might be a little bit tougher this time round because with everyone now bunched back together, he's going to have lots to do when the green flag does wave once more. We've got an implication on the screen as well just to confirm that Aaron Pullen's transponder is not working, so the reason he's not in the order when we expect him to be is because they're manually timing him across the line. So it just takes a brief while for Aaron to be slotted into where he is on track in second place. Behind him is third place number 87, which is Neil Curran, fourth place number 4, Peter Higgins, fifth place number 8, Elliot Kane, sixth place number 92 at the minute is the car of Paul Callaway, and then we've got David Mustard, seventh place, eighth place, good start for Adam Lockwood, ninth place Daniel Farmer, and 10th place number 43 is Paul Chris. Now, progress of Nathan Harrison, race 2 is inside the top 20, inside the top 15, up to 13th place, so good start from Nathan. Of course, he had the dramas right towards the end of the first race, which dropped him down to 25th place, which meant he had no time to regain any positions as he spun over at Clearways and Clark Curve. So he's 13th place, he's now back with the top 10, and he's got his chance now to catch up with the leaders as well. The safety car lights are off, we're about to go back to green flag with now 8 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, and David Hemingway has got all the work to do again. He was able, while they were battling away for second place, to get a little bit of a security gap at the front of the field. However, this time he has far from got that. He's got Aaron Pullen right behind him as they come up towards the line. In fact, already Pullen has pulled out to the left-hand side of the track and is challenging for the lead as they go down towards Paddock Hill Bend, but he has to slot in behind, so there is no change for the lead, but there is far from the gap at the front of the field. And it goes a little bit wide running on Paddock Hill to get the outside line to do it. He holds on all the way to the outside line and put it on the inside line of the Paddock Hill Bend. But once again, he has to defend second place again, so he has to slot in behind the race leader. I can see the dust being kicked up as the race gets back underway, but the top two have broken away.
Yeah, they certainly have then. So Dave Hemingway and Aaron Pullen work their way down towards 30s. The slow-moving car in towards Granville Bend was 38, David Mustard. So David was running strongly in 7th, now by the looks of it outside the top 10 after a mistake through the right-hander at Druids there. So he's got work to try and regain those places as the top two work their way onto the start-finish line for what's going to be the 8th time of asking, lap 7 to be completed, and the top two separated by near enough nothing. You can just about squeeze, not now, an MR2 between the two as they're heading towards Paddock Hill Bend, second between first and third at the minute, and the leaders work their way in towards the right-hander. Here we go then, Aaron Pullen going to get moved up this time, the outside line is pretty challenging, down the inside into towards Druids, still more comfortable right lane blue, and then of course he tries to get the switch back on Nathan, which is working. He gets closer then on the run down towards Granville Bend as he lunges for a move on the end, and then of course that allows the man in third place, Neil Curran, to close as well. Of course on the podium, Alan, he said to you that he has to take the defensive lines. That's all he can do, Dave Hemingway, to keep that lead. He has to go defensive. That then closes everyone else back together and gives us a great fight out front.
He did say that, didn't he? Yeah, so the safety car has given us a very, very different complexion to the race now. We've got it back underway. Aaron Pullen really challenging Hemingway for the lead as they make their way onto the Bramble Straight once again. Across the line they will go and hug the pit wall. Then they pull out as they go across the line to the middle of the track, and Pullen goes well to the left-hand side of the track, the high line into Paddock Hill Bend, right on the tail of Hemingway as they make their way up Hemingway Hill, up towards Druids. There we go. And once again, high line. Slotted in behind down towards Granville Bend. He's able to get the nose alongside as they go down towards Granville Bend, and that's exactly what David Hemingway was talking about, keeping the defensive line, not leaving the door open. Incidentally, third place car has put in the fastest lap of the race, 59.487. So 59.487 with only 4 cars going sub 1 minute.
Yep, so here we go then with the battle for the lead once more now. Just under 5 minutes to go. Just the progress of Adam Lockwood this time round has moved himself ahead of Paul Callaway. So he moves up now into what will be 6th place and potentially looking to get into 5th now as he works his way and his magic onto the back of Eddie O'Kane across the line. There those three go. Still no change out front though, but definitely now Neil Hurren in second. Third place is back, he's getting closer and closer. He's now almost made it a three-way fight to lead back to Canada in the first place. Towards the ridge, we've got the fourth place man, which is Mick Higden. He's no man for a minute. Breaking that one. Anything happen in the closer stages of this one. Fifth place is back now is Adam Lockwood, so on this national trying to give him Eddie okay, who's up to sixth. Seventh place is now Paul Calloway, and in eighth place is going to be the red and white car, and Farmer by the looks of it. So that's how they look. Here comes Nathan Harrison as well, car number 22, from near enough back of the grid, up inside the top 10 as he makes and move on. Paul Corber is there to get himself into eighth place. But the top three, all as one now in this race. It's a great fight between Dave Hemingway, Aaron Pullen, and of course Neil Hurren. But can Dave Hemingway hold on for his second victory of the day here at Brands Hatch?
And as long as Hemingway doesn't put a wheel wrong, I can't see how Aaron Pullen is going to work out a way of taking the lead of the race. Certainly he's scratching his head and trying every which way, but each time he's through the left-hand insert, he's into the crowd, on come the brake lights, through clear ways they will go, but yeah, without making a mistake, what can he do?
This is almost like yesterday's Formula 3 race between Aaron Still and Louis Hamilton-Smith. A little bit less paced, but still the same situation for Dave Hemingway and Aaron Pullen, who work their way on towards the start-finish line now with 2 3/4 minutes left. So we're going to get 3 more laps by the looks of it for these guys then, work their way in towards Canada then. MR2 coming through Grand Bend, number 2. One goes number 87 in Hurren, there goes sideways Peter Higden, definitely right there out.
On the track there, it's offline as well, so we've lost our third place car, everybody running beyond, everybody rotates. All that advantage, well avoided by car number 29, avoiding the covering of 38, synchronised spinning down the road again. I don't like seeing this at all, and everybody needs to slow right down as they go through Granville Bend, and a word of warning, it's greasy all the way up to 30s and probably beyond as well, so not ideal, I think is the best way of describing.
Yeah, the one dropping the oil was number 2 round the floor, so he has left the slippery stuff down the Granville Bend, and the leaders have just now worked their way through to get up front. He's now 1 second, so with that Aaron Pullen has lost a little bit of time. Dave Hemingway is now at the lead of him down so he'll go for the inside line, surely then he's everyone's lap time then in the closing stages of this race. And he's now into third place, of course, with Neil Hurren splitting down after spinning Granville Bend. He gets himself onto the podium in fourth place for Adam Lockwood, fifth place for Eddie okay.
And still they spin, and how everybody avoided that coming out of Granville Bend, I have no idea.
It's Neil Hurren again.
Still spinning. The slippery surface bank is showing. They know it's slippery down there at Granville Bend. Still they're pushing into the vision, which are not very far, I think it's fair to say. So this is not ideal.
Calls for a red flag though. So end of the day with a red flag here at Brands Hatch after the slippery stuff with the oil down at Granville Bend. There's no choice for the officials, of course, making it slightly more dangerous than it normally is. So just for the call of safety, we get a red flag near enough the race completed with 35 seconds left on the clock. But it does mean Dave Hemingway holds on for his second victory of the day. Dave Hemingway wins by a good second or so over Aaron Pullen, who will also make his way to the podium. He got there, of course, in race number 1 with a third place. There's going to be a new man on that podium. That's going to be number 4, Peter Higden, who comes away with a good result. He didn't get the podium at Rockingham. He wasn't on the podium in race number 1, but he does get his first of 2015 here in race number 2. Behind that was number 51, Adam Lockwood. 5th place, number 8 is Eddie O'Kane. 6th place, number 16, Daniel Farmer. 7th place, number 22, Nathan Harrison from 25th on the grid. Sterling driving ship. 8th place for number 43, Paul Corbridge. 9th place for number 92, Paul Calloway. And 10th place for number 17 in the end was Stephen Wright. That may change slightly because we'll go back to the last completed full lap before the red flag